Everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And if you're sitting there right now or you're driving to work, you know exactly what's about to happen. I'm bringing up another amazing expert. And today, we're going to find joy. So sit right there. We'll be right back.
The Power of Pink Summit and the Now Honors. Has moved to the downtown Las Vegas area in the famous Fremont district, bringing the most brilliant and talented women in the world. To one stage in one place, where their power will be captured for the world to see. And it is hosted by the one and only Theresa Goss. We present to you Now Honors 2023.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Yeah, you heard me right. Let's go find some joy. Now, what does that mean? No, her name is not Joy. Her name is Donnalynn. Hey, Donnalynn, what's happening?
Hi there. How are ya?
How are you? How are you?
I am fantastic. I am fantastic because I put effort into that. And that's how you get to be really good.
There you go. So you're a joy coach.
Yeah.
What does that mean and how did you get there?
Yeah. So I am a joy coach. And what that really means is that there is a framework that you can use to bring more happiness into your life so that the things that you want come easier, which is wonderful, it's great, but also that you know how to enjoy them when they get there and you know how to be enjoying yourself even when they're not there, right? So how that came about is that when in 2008, I became a licensed spiritual health coach, and that really led me through a decade of working with business people on the condition of their business and the condition of their emotions, right? Their spiritual condition. And it wasn't until very recently, actually, in the last 2 years, where I had giant losses in my life that I really put together this last piece, which is that if we reach for joy, if we really reach for joy, no matter what is going on, that the landscape of our life can change even when we're losing everything.
So can you find joy? I just had this conversation today, I kid you not. Can you find joy and happiness by yourself, or do you need someone to make you feel happy and joyful?
Yeah, you are the only one who can do it. You, in fact, cannot find it in someone else, right? You can absolutely experience joy with another person, and you can absolutely use somebody else as a reason to feel good, right? Because they feel good and it feels good to be around them. Wonderful, nice thing to experience. But the only place that stable joy can ever exist for you, and it's the place that you can find it all the time, no matter what, is within you.
There it is. I just love that. So now I know a lot of people that are in business. I mean, we're expert talk. Come on. But some of them are making lots of money, but they're not enjoying what they're doing. And then I know some people that are just having a blast and, just seem to be happy all the time, but they don't feel like they're making enough money. How much does money equal joy?
Right. So this is a really good question. And I think that we often want to make a correlation between the two. We want to say, if I'm happy, I'll get money, or if I have money, I'll be happy. And the thing is that our emotional condition is more complicated than that, right? So absolutely, unless you feel like you're moving forward, right? In some way. You cannot create money in your experience. But that doesn't mean that you can't block it and still be feeling really, really good. Right? That doesn't mean that you can't miss those opportunities because there's a piece of you that's holding back, or a piece of you that's been taught to think about the world in a certain way where I would never say that. I would never act in that way. That really are the door openers for opportunity. So really finding a way to work with the full emotional scale is really important, right? Because joy isn't the only answer. It's just the ultimate answer.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you can kind of learn how to feel joyful, right? If you have no clue. So do you have a way, like you have a program or something? How do you teach your raving fans to be more joyful?
Yeah, I have a process that is called AHIP that is taught in my free giveaway, unbreakable.com. Unbreakable.guide is where that is. And that is a guide to being unbreakable, right? It's how do we work with our emotions? What is the full process to be able to work with our emotions, have the right framework, and come out in the end with true resilience where we can get back to feeling really, really good every time we want to. And so that's a great place to start.
Unbreakable.guide. Hold on a second, Donnalynn. All right, you guys, stop telling me I can hear you. I know you're driving. You're not writing it down. You're listening to it. Whatever. You know what to do. Go to Tigo Direct. Type in, Unbreakable. Type in Donnalynn. Type in Joy. Guess what? She's coming up. Reach out to her, and she'll connect you to that free giveaway. Okay. Back to Donnalynn. I just had to get that clear so I don't get the emails saying, what did she say? Where do I go? So how do you have a podcast. How does your podcast connect with everything that you're doing in this amazing movement? Because I heard something about 42 million women. What? Okay. So how does it connect?
Yeah. So the podcast came about really because as I mentioned, I went through massive loss in the last 2 years where my husband got sick and passed away. My house sold a couple days later. I didn't know where to go, right? I didn't have a plan for what would that look like because it was all very unexpected. And so to live in that unknown space is really difficult for a lot of people, but it is an essential skill to being able to reach for joy and other good feelings. So that, for me, that was the proving ground for the system that is in the free guide and the system that we go through in my group coaching program, where you really are able to take those difficulties and make a new landscape in your life. So the reason that we're talking about 42 million women or people in general is because 42 million is the tipping point. It's the critical mass for the amount of people that if we can generate good feelings in this world, the internal feelings, right? Doesn't have to be the external feelings. There's been research on these topics. And then we can impact things like crime rates and where wars break out and how the world is physically working, right? How the people who are not you are behaving. So the podcast is a place where I get to interview experts on exactly how to do this. How do we become joyful? How do we find our way from wherever we are to something better?
Well, I hope, our friends, our following, our community, we're all in. So if, we can help get you, 41,912,000 closer, we are here. We'll do whatever we have to do. But before I let you out of this hot seat, I got to ask, I saw it in your profile, Broadway?
My first career, and that I love this because I manifested it before I learned anything about how to do it. Inside 2 years was to be a sound designer on Broadway. And, at 16, I said, that's where I want to go. And at 18, I was standing on a Broadway stage doing my dream. And I was so fortunate to get to do that and to get to be with such amazing people who work there.
So what's coming up next for you?
So I have a great group program. People should definitely check it out, called joyfulfreedomaccelerator.com. And it's a 6-month experience that's really a hybrid of group and private coaching in a new way. It's a new format so that people don't get lost in the group and people get the group experience, because how we surround ourselves makes a huge difference, right? A rising tide raises all boats. So get in a good community like that one.
That's amazing. I want to thank you so much for coming to hang out. I hope you'll come back again and often, because we got to talk about more joy.
Absolutely.
You are the best.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, you know what to do. If you didn't get the domain name of where you go for the website or for the 6-month, group, you know what to do. Go to tigodirect.com, type in Donnalynn, type in Joy. She's coming up and she's coming back. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.